say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go racing, boys. Love it when they're drafting, love it when they slide, love it when the back's straight, the throttle's open wide. Love it when they're making lots and lots of noise. Can't wait to hear the W say.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys. Let's go racing, boys. NASCAR racing, boys. Oh yeah!
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Quaker State 300 here from Chicagoland Speedway. You'll notice that these are the Mobil 1 Cup Series cars. That's because this is the Mobil 1 Cup Series series. The trucks are off this week, and so we are going to only be having two races here at Chicagoland Speedway, the Quaker State 300, and then the Snickers Cup Series, the Quaker State 400. Let's give you a look at the starting lineup, and as we go through, we're going to be giving you some top stories of some swaps that have been made, driver changes, and etc. Philip Stiller is on the pole for today's race. Second in the standings, James Bald. He's only 3 points behind points leader Steve Marsh. He will start on the outside of row 1. Then we got Matthew Rodriguez, and making his first career Mobil 1 Cup Series start, Cody Hoffman in the 19. And then it will be Alex Band starting off in 5th. Been really impressed with Alex Band. He's 16th in the standings, and it's a single-car race team. Then you got Andrew Gonzalez in 6th. 7th will be Sean Galligan. Robert Band will roll off in 8th. 9th will be Michael Harvey. And in 10th is going to be our points leader, Steve Marsh. Christian Janes, who comes in 3rd in the standings, rolls off in 11th. Coming in 4th in the standings, Wyatt Johnston will roll off in 12th. As a matter of fact, the drivers that are in the top 5 in the standings are all starting in the top 12, so this will be a very interesting race indeed. Then it'll be Vincent Marsh and Timmy Pacioli, then Anthony Notter and Arnold Columbia. Columbia is going to be driving the 43 for at least 3 races that we know of. He and Angel D'Souza did a ride swap between themselves, the 43 and the 44. Then we got Noah Cars and John Worry, Taylor Gonzalez and Chad Skinner, then Cody Poe and Anthony McCurry, Doug Shears, Martin Zakala, then Brittany Poe and Noel Stiller. Stiller actually comes in 8th in the standings. Then we got Kenny McCurry and Nick Eggleston. Evan Nugent will be in the 00 for the rest of the season. He's filling in for Matt Smith. Then Adam Chambers. Then we got Jordan Hester. There we go. Lisa Shears, Alex Filter, and Mark George, Logan Wilson, Matt Berg, Patrick Scroggins. Filling in for the rest of the season for Mary Cole is Joseph Bryant. That ride is 35th in the standings, so Haas Racing wanting a driver that can get them out of that borderline of being possibly outside the top 35. So Joseph Bryant coming out of his semi-retirement and filling into the number 70 car for the rest of the season. Angel D'Souza driving the 55, as we mentioned, for about 3 races, maybe more. And then Daniel Voss making his first career Mobil 1 Cup Series start in the 96. Then it's Brian Fleener and Jake Cole, the rest of the field. Drivers that failed to make this race included the cars of Ben Stern, Barry Zuckerkorn, Ray Wilson, Daniel Schwab, Adam Rose, Jacob Gonzalez, and Alyssa Quackenbush. So they'll try and qualify into the next race when the Mobil 1 Cup Series head to the next track, which, if I remember correctly, it is going to be Michigan. And that is correct. It's going to be at Michigan. So they'll try and qualify into that race. I believe this is the second time the 21 car, which is split between Ray Wilson and Brandon Gonzalez, has not made the Mobil 1 Cup Series race. So they're going to definitely be trying to get the program going and be able to qualify in for the race at Michigan. So we are about a minute away from getting the command to fire up the engines. Let's take a look at the point standings right now as they stand. When we left Lowe's, we did come into the Lowe's race with co-points leaders Wyatt Johnston and Christian Janes, who amazingly enough are starting off together in row 6 today. But they fell to 3rd and 4th. Steve Marsh, with his win last week at Lowe's, who's going to be starting off in 10th, by the way, he won the race and took over the points lead. He has a 3-point advantage over 2nd place in the standings, James Bald, who starts on the outside of the front row here today. Christian Janes is, I believe, 18 points behind in third. Wyatt Johnston, 21 points behind in fourth. And Sean Galligan is 19 points back in the fifth position in the point standings. Other drivers that are in the top 10 right now that we'll keep an eye on: Chad Skinner, Matthew Rodriguez, Noel Stiller, Arnold Columbia, who is in the 43 car, and Lisa Shears. And we have gotten the command to fire the engine, so we will have 27 laps of racing here at Chicagoland. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll have a good finish, maybe even a surprise winner here today. And we ended up making NNSCRA history in the Mobil 1 Cup Series last week at Lowe's. A caution-free event. I don't know if we'll end up having that happen here today. We'll find out. So could Philip Stiller maybe pick up his first win of the season? Could Cody Hoffman, starting off there in fourth, pick up his first win? Or what about Alex Band there in fifth? Green flag in the air. Here we go. As Philip Stiller leads him down, Matthew Rodriguez already closing in. And he takes a peek to the inside for the lead already going into turn one. And it looks like he's got the inside advantage, and he's going to take it off there. Oh, Alex Band getting turned, and he saved it. And he's going to go for the lead in the process. He almost went off the nose of Sean Galligan and saves it, and the caution is out. Coming down to the stripe, it'll be Alex Band leading the way over Matthew Rodriguez, and the caution is out for Timmy Pacioli, Kenny McCurry, Adam Chambers, Evan Nugent in his first start, Christian Janes, third in the standings. Brian Fleener also involved. Oh, and there's some cars in trouble right there. Anthony McCurry in it. I saw some others. Alex Filter there. Trying to see if I can find them all. Kenny McCurry, we mentioned. There's Anthony McCurry, Christian Janes, Philip Stiller. He was our pole sitter. Andrew Gonzalez. There's Chambers. There's Pacioli. Matt Berg there. I think maybe Berg and Voss and Bryant are all okay. Oh, there's Robert Band heading for pit road. He's got damage. I would say this is two separate incidents that occurred. Oh, there's Wyatt Johnston! He comes in fourth in the standings. He's pulling in right behind Christian Janes. Both of them look like they're going to try and get repairs done to their race cars. They don't want to give up the top five in the standings, that's for certain. Robert Band, Andrew Gonzalez, they're all on pit road. Alex Filter, Adam Chambers. Oh, Christian Janes has just retired. And Wyatt Johnston will continue. So Christian Janes, third in the standings, is out of this race. Wyatt Johnston, fourth in the standings, will try and forge on. As it looks like Alex Band is our leader underneath the caution flag, with Matthew Rodriguez, Sean Galligan, Michael Harvey, and Cody Hoffman, and then points leader Steve Marsh. Let's see why we're under the caution flag. So we get ready to go back under the green flag with Alex Band leading the way. Here's the cars that are out of the race. Anthony McCurry, Alex Filter, Philip Stiller, Christian Janes, Kenny McCurry, and Brian Fleener have all gone back to the garage area. Everybody else has made repairs to their race cars, come back out onto the racetrack, and we are getting set to go back under the green flag on lap 6 of 27. Alex Band trying to possibly become another first-time winner here in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. We'll see if he can do it as he leads them down. Green flag is in the air. What kind of a restart will he get? Looks like it's a pretty good one, but Matthew Rodriguez did hang with him. Galligan looks like maybe he spun the tires as Harvey's going to go down to the inside of him. That's for the third position. And Matthew Rodriguez is all over the back bumper of Alex Band. Will he put a move? They head into turn 3. Steve Marsh starting to come back up here. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez. Rodriguez making a move. Sorry about that. As Matthew Rodriguez is going to go for the lead, Alex Band will slide back to second. And look at Steve Marsh, our points leader. He's coming to the inside of Michael Harvey. That's for the third position. This guy on a tear here in the second half of the season. as Matthew Rodriguez still continues to lead. Alex Band right there in second, but here he comes to the inside now. He wants the lead back. Alex Band going to try and go back for the top spot. Looks like he's going to get it coming off of turn 2. And look who's coming into the picture. Steve Marsh, maybe thinking about 2 wins in a row. We have already two-time winners in the Mobil 1 Cup Series, Anthony McCurry and Wyatt Johnston. Steve Marsh may be trying to become number 3. There's Noah Cars back there. He may be thinking the same thing. As we are continuing under green, 2 orange cars out in front, Alex Band and Steve Marsh. Let's step aside for a quick commercial break as Alex Band is out in front. Oh, actually the caution is out. Caution is waving for James Bald again. Second in the standings, James Bald involved in yet another wreck. Chad Skinner looks like he got a piece of it too. And we are under the caution once more. James Bald, second in the standings, involved in another incident. Right, let's see what the pit strategy is going to be for the 38 car. Oh, Matt Berg also got a piece of it there, apparently. He's on pit road. Noel Stiller also is on the pit road. He's gotten some damage. But we're watching James Bald, who comes in 3 points behind Steve Marsh in the standings. Oh, Cody Hoffman also involved in his first start. Bald, the strategy is going to be, he's out. He's out of the race. We'll step aside for a commercial break and come back and see what the replay is. Well, I think this all starts here with the 19 of Cody Hoffman, maybe? I don't really know. There was some contact between someone. Further up here, there's Matthew Rodriguez. Does he get contact? Oh, he makes contact with Noah Cars. That's where it starts. And then there goes Noah Cars around. He comes back up the racetrack, and I believe there's nowhere for the 19 car of Cody Hoffman to go. The 49 is just in a slide. There's nothing he can do. And, oh, yep, that's what happens there. But then, let's see what causes the wreck for everybody else. You see Vincent Marsh, Cody Poe making their way down low. Martin Zakala, Brittany Poe, Logan Wilson coming into the picture there. Doug Shears, Anthony Nodder, Arnold Columbia, Sean Galligan, Nick Eggleston. Here comes Patrick Scroggins. Let's see, I think it's maybe the next wave of race cars that are coming down. I think the 19 comes down the racetrack. Here comes Noel Stiller. Now, let's see. Oh, yeah, Stiller gets a big piece of it there. And then, oh, and Matt Berg got a piece of that too. And then around comes Noel Stiller in front of everybody. Joseph Bryant, his wheel well is missing too. He's smoking. He got something there. Oh, and Daniel Voss slams the wall in the 96 car. So he got a piece of it certainly too. But the question I have is, how did James Bald get involved? Or was he... Okay, he was involved in something different. Let's rewind it just a little bit. See what involved the guy coming second in the standings. Aha, here we go. Oh, looks like maybe some other contact here. Chad Skinner, Doug Shears making a little contact there. And down he comes into James Bald. And then Chad Skinner, I think, goes into a slide. No, James Bald comes back up the racetrack, and there's nowhere for Angel D'Souza to go. And, oh, wow, oh, Skinner, D'Souza, and Bald all hard into the wall. And James Bald, who came in second in the standings, he's out of this race. So is Christian James, who came in third in the standings. And we'll see who else is also out of the race as a result of that wreck that we saw in this wreck. And let me tell you what, folks, we may have yet another points shakeup here, courtesy of the Chicagoland Speedway. Well, here we go, as I believe we're going to get the 1 to go signal here, and we do indeed. Cars out of the race as a result of this wreck. Cody Hoffman, Noel Stiller, Wyatt Johnston's actually returned to the racetrack, but he is 1 lap down. He's coming up here on the inside line now. Also out of the race, Joseph Bryant, James Bald, and Matt Berg is out of this race. So the field just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Let's give you a rundown of where everybody's running right now as we're hitting the backstretch. Alex Band is the leader. Steve Marsh runs in second. Michael Harvey is third. Matthew Rodriguez fourth, and Paola Gonzalez is up to fifth. John Worry is in sixth. Seventh, Steve Marsh. Cody Poe is in eighth. In ninth is Martin Zakala, and in 10th is Brittany Poe. 11th right now, Logan Wilson. 12th is Doug Shears. 13th, Arnold Columbia. 14th, Anthony Nodder. Sean Galligan runs in 15th. 16th is Jordan Hester. Nick Eggleston is in... 16th is Jordan Hester. I think I said that. 17th is Nick Eggleston. 18th is Lisa Shears. 19th, Patrick Scroggins. And 20th is Mark George. Angel D'Souza runs in 21st. Jake Cole, 22nd. 23rd, Adam Chambers. 24th, Timmy Pagioli. 25th is Evan Nugent. 26th is Andrew Gonzalez. 27th, Robert Band. 28th right now, Chad Skinner. 29th is Daniel Voss. 30th is Noah Cars. And that's the only race cars left on the racetrack. As we get set for the green flag to come back out, one lap down that inside line is Wyatt Johnston. We'll see if Alex Band can clear him, and it looks like he will do so pretty easily here into turn one. Steve Marsh going to follow him. Michael Harvey's passed Wyatt Johnston now, so has Matthew Rodriguez. So is Paola Gonzalez. Oh, wow, Cody Poe just came up the racetrack. Big wreck in the back there. Oh, Vincent Marsh. Adam Chambers in it. Oh, they're all coming through. Look out. Robert Band, smoking, John Worry, Daniel Voss has got damage. Caution is undoubtedly out. As we move back up to the front, Noah Cars also got a piece of it. And Alex Band, I believe, is the leader under caution. Steve Marsh still there in second, then it's Matthew Rodriguez. Michael Harvey and Paola Gonzalez. We'll see why we're under the caution flag this time. On lap 15 of 27, working yet another caution flag here at Chicagoland. Well, the first car that I saw get out of shape was the Valvoline Dodge of Cody Poe. And we'll see what happens to him. He gets turned there by Martin Zakala. Goes down the racetrack, and I think he comes back up, because I saw him slingshot back up the racetrack, I thought. And that's the case. Yep, he comes up. He gets John Worry and Vincent Marsh. Not easy hits for any of those race cars. And then I think maybe something occurs further up here. No? I know I saw something occur. Oh, there we go. Adam Chambers nails Vincent Marsh. And here's Cody Poe. And everybody makes it past him, it looks like. Oh, no, Robert Band. Oh, wow. And there you see Daniel Voss going around the high side, literally scraping the wall, but able to get through. But Robert Band, you see there, he ended up getting the whole right side of his car ripped off when he made contact with Cody Poe. There you see the damage to Band. There you see the damage to Cody Poe. And Noah Cars also there got caught up in it. So that's why we're under the caution flag yet again. Let's see who's gone to the garage area. And then we'll give you another rundown of the field as we are on lap 16. Well, as a typical race here in the NNSCRA, the casualty list gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and before we know it, we only have a handful of race cars left to battle for the win. Well, the car's out of the race now as a result of this past wreck. Robert Band is out, so is Cody Poe, so is Noah Cars, so is Adam Chambers. Still one lap down is Wyatt Johnston there, and we are getting a report. We believe Vincent Marsh has returned to the racetrack, but he will be one lap down as well. We're not certain if he's going to return or not, though. We'll see what the update is on the 5 car real quickly here. Yeah, he is back on the racetrack, but he is going to be one lap down in the 27th position right now. Crosses the stripe. I think he crossed in 27th. So here's the way they run. We've got 25 cars on the lead lap, 27 cars on the racetrack. Alex Band is still out in front. Points leader Steve Marsh continues to be consistent with his second place run right now. Matthew Rodriguez, he's 7th in the standings. Cars ahead of him such as Chad Skinner, Wyatt Johnston, Christian James, and James Bald have all encountered problems here today. He could be up in the top 5 in the standings before we leave here today. Then we've got Michael Harvey in 4th, Paola Gonzalez, yet another great top 5 run going here in the 5th position. Then Wyatt Johnston is one lap down in 26th, but 6th right now is Martin Zakala. Brittany Poe still running great in 7th. Then we've got Logan Wilson in 8th, Doug Shears 9th, and Arnold Columbia is up in 10th. Anthony Nodder runs 11th, Lisa Shears in 12th. Jordan Hester is up to 13th. Mark George is 14th. George is 14th in the standings, so he could pick up some spots here today as well. Then we got Nick Eggleston in 15th. Patrick Scroggins, a good run in 16th. Sean Galligan comes in 5th in the standings. James Bald, Wyatt Johnston, Christian James, we mentioned, they've encountered problems, so he could move up maybe to second in the standings. Don't know if he could quite take the points lead here today unless Steve Marsh ran into trouble. Then we've got Angel D'Souza in 18th, Jake Cole 19th, and 20th is Timmy Pacioli, 21st is Evan Nugent. In his first start, he's still running in the 00, still on the racetrack, and still on the lead lap. 22nd is Andrew Gonzalez, 23rd Chad Skinner, 24th is Daniel Voss, 25th is John Worry, 27th, one lap down, is Vincent Marsh. Well, we'll prepare to go back under the green flag. You see the signal of one to go with the lights out atop the pace car. However, we are going to have a single file restart because we are on lap 18 of 27, which means a total of 9 laps to go when we go under the green flag. So that's less than 10, so a single file restart. Now my big question is, that means that Wyatt Johnston back here, a slower race car, 1 lap down, is going to be starting off unofficially 6th in that line there. And I'm wondering what's going to happen with Martin Zakala, Brittany Poe, and others trying to make their way past that slower race car. So, Alex Bann is still out in front. Then it's Steve Marsh, and then it's Matthew Rodriguez. We'll take a look and see if Alex Bann can continue his dominance out in front, or will Steve Marsh be able to go 2 for 2 back-to-back weeks? As the green flag is back out, Alex Bann leads them into turn number 1. They split up high, trying to get around that Wyatt Johnston machine back there. He's the slower race car. And now Steve Marsh starting to feel the pressure for second. Matthew Rodriguez going to take a peek to the inside there for that position. And now Steve Marsh thinks about plans for the lead. He's closing in on the back bumper of Alex Bann. Here he comes, about maybe half a car length off of the 04 car. He may try and put a move, but I don't think he'll be able to do it this time. They're all single file. Here comes Martin Zakala looking for the 5th position there, off of Paola Gonzalez, and Alex Bann still continues to hold about a car length lead over Steve Marsh. I'll tell you what, the best friends right now for Alex Bann are the caution flags we've had, but now we're in a green flag run, and he's got to get going. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez. He's going to get a little run to the inside there. Nope. Here comes Michael Harvey, rather, to try to get to the inside of Matthew Rodriguez. That is for 3rd. Looks like he's going to be able to take away that spot, maybe. I don't know, will the outside line be able to prevail here off the backstretch? It just might, I don't know. But nonetheless, Steve Marsh is still right behind Alex Bann. How would it be for Alex Bann, 16th in the standings in a single-car race team, to go to victory lane here today? It could happen, but Steve Marsh, points leader, and also winner last week, he is there, only half a car length off. Still, 2 orange cars out in front here at Chicagoland. The only question I have is, would Steve Marsh, if he was able to make a move, would he be able to make the pass? Here he comes taking a peek, but now has to think better of it. Slides back in line and crosses the stripe to complete lap 23 of 27. 5 laps to go. Things getting a little testy now, folks. Will we finish this race under green? Or will a wreck be able to hand the lead over and the win to Alex Bann? I think we'd have to be up to at least lap 25 for a caution to end the race. Otherwise, we'd have either a green-white checkered or a 1-lap shootout to decide it all. Alex Bann, though, still out in front. Making his way up into the top 5. Well, not yet in the top 5. He's running in 6th. Is Doug Shears, a great run so far for the 88. But let's take a look. Sean Galligan comes in 5th in the standings. Where's he running now in the 99? The answer to that is he is running in the 15th position. Things really spread out here. Look at this. Things are super spread out back here as Alex Bann still leads. Now, I believe if a caution came out, it would be the end of the race. Alex Bann still out in front, though. Steve Marsh, Matthew Rodriguez, Michael Harvey, Paola Gonzalez, they're all starting to close in, though, to make it a 5, maybe even 6-man fight for the win. Actually, it's going to be only 4 cars, looks like. Paola Gonzalez and Doug Shears not quite close enough yet, but they could close in if they work together and draft together, pick up maybe a little bit of speed, but Alex Bann's still out in front by about a car length and a half, make it 2. Here comes Matthew Rodriguez and Michael Harvey. They are working together to catch Steve Marsh, and now Michael Harvey going to take a peek to the inside for 3rd off of Matthew Rodriguez. Meanwhile, Steve Marsh up front trying to set his sights on Alex Bann. Alex Band in the 04 car could pick up a lot of real estate in the point standings with a win here today, but Steve Marsh could extend his points lead with a win. White flag in the air for Alex Band. Steve Marsh is there. He closes in, makes the move to the inside here in turn 1, but Alex Band slams the door. Steve Marsh still there. He is pressuring the 04 car. Will he try and put a move here in turn 3? He is right on the back bumper. Here comes Marsh to the inside. Alex Band, Steve Marsh, who's going to take the win here at Chicagoland? Marsh tries to close in, but he cannot make the move. Outside line prevails, and Alex Band takes the win here at Chicagoland in the Quaker State 300. Steve Marsh, though, with a consistent finish, he will still remain the points leader undoubtedly with the second place finish here today. Michael Harvey may be able to make his way into the top 35 with a third place finish here today. And how about Matthew Rodriguez, 7th in the standings, finishes a very respectable 4th place. But Alex Band wins here today. How about that? And let's take a look at the way they finish here today. And it looks like it's going to be Alex Band with the win. Steve Marshall finishing 2nd. Michael Harvey 3rd. Matthew Rodriguez 4th. And Doug Shears, a great top 5, in 5th. Then we got Paolo Gonzalez, Anthony Nodder, Arnold Columbia, Logan Wilson, and Martin Zakala at the top 10. Nick Eggleston, another great finish for him this week in 11th. Jordan Hester in 12th. Brittany Poe in 13th. Patrick Scroggins in 14th. And in 15th, Lisa Shears. Sean Galligan finishes in 16th. 17th, Mark George. Jake Cole, been a while since we've seen him in the Mobil 1 Cup Series. He finishes a nice 18th. Chad Skinner in 19th. And Daniel Voss in his first start, 20th. And in his first start, Evan Nugent finishes in 21st. Timmy Pacioli, John Worry, Angel D'Souza, and Andrew Gonzalez were the rest of the cars that finished on the lead lap. Wyatt Johnston finishes 1 lap down in 26th. Vincent Marsh 1 lap down in 27th. All the rest of these race cars were out of this event due to one wreck or another. Robert Band, Cody Poe, Noah Cars, Adam Chambers, Cody Hoffman, then Noel Stiller, Joseph Bryant, Matt Berg, James Bald, who came in 2nd in the standings, only 3 points back from the points leader Steve Marsh, but he finishes out of the race. Anthony McCurry, Alex Filter, Philip Stiller, Christian James, who came in 3rd in the standings, finds trouble here today. Also, Kenny McCurry and Brian Fleener. Well, for everybody here in the NNSCRA studios, I'm Seth Cole. Hope you'll tune in next for the Quaker State 400 when the Snickers Cup cars come here, and then we head over to Michigan for all 3 series. Hope you've enjoyed today's race. Hope that you'll tune in next time. Please comment, please subscribe, and please check out NNSCRA RacingSeries.webs.com for all the NNSCRA news and up-to-date point standings. For everybody here, I'm Seth Cole. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS. Once again, congratulations to Alex Band on his win here at Chicagoland.